Here we have for sale our 2020 on a 20-plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 300 model, meaning it's got a 3-ton gross vehicle weight. This one has got the 2-litre Eco Blue Euro 6 diesel engine producing 170 PS in this particular van, which is roughly 170 brake horsepower. Of course, that comes with the 6-speed manual gearbox. And this is the long wheelbase, or L2. You can tell by that little section just there, that extended part there. Limited panel van, finished in the fantastic chrome blue. Of course, this one is far from standard. There's actually a number of factory optional extras on this particular example, which we'll talk you through in this video, but also a full styling kit as well, which has been done during our preparation. What we'll also do in this video, not only looking at the spec, we'll also have a really close look at the condition of the vehicle throughout, and we'll also look at the service history, which we've got in the cab as well. Seeing as the vehicle is currently available for sale with us here at the time of recording at Bridgend Van Centre. So, started here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with with rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open in that sort of fashion. On a Limited, you get a number of elements which come colour-coded from the factory. So that includes the door handles all round, these bits of trim down the side of the vehicle, bumpers, so the rear bumper and the front bumper and the wing mirrors all come colour-coded in the body colour, which, as I say, in this case is metallic chrome blue, an absolutely stunning colour, and I think really complements well with the body styling. The first bit of body styling which I can mention to you then, which has been added, is the nice rear spoiler, and that just ties in really nicely with some of the other bits then. So we've got the roof bars, the side bars, of course alloy wheels, and then some lovely bits around the front as well, which we'll show you a little bit later on. The first factory optional extra, which you may have already spotted, is that this one has got a reversing camera. So these don't come as standard on a Limited with a reversing camera, but lovely to see that it has got that. You also get parking sensors as standard, so you can see rear parking sensors there nicely integrated into the rear bumper, and you also get front parking sensors as well. In terms of condition here then at the rear, looking at these rear barn doors, generally speaking, as you can probably see in the reflections, the rear doors are very nice and straight. Now, I have noticed a couple of small little touch-ins just up here where the 2 doors meet in this little area there, but otherwise there's not a tremendous amount I can fault it on here at the back. If we open up the rear doors, then we can start to have a look inside the rear of the van. So pull on that little yellow handle, that clips into place like that against the door. That allows you to open it up to its full 180-degree position. And you can do exactly the same with the other door as well. And you can see in the back of here then, this van has been fully ply-lined. So again, done during our preparation. We do this on the vast majority of panel vans which come into us. And of course, this is here to protect the vehicle. So it offers fantastic protection. If you've got cargo moving around in here as you're driving, it's not going to cause a nasty outward dent in the side of your van. A Limited comes also with this nice hard-wearing plastic floor, which is fantastic. Very easy to keep it clean. You can sweep that out and keep that tidy in the back. Also plenty of tie-down points. So there's tie-down points dotted all around the inside of the back of the van here to, again, tie cargo down accordingly. But as you can see, fantastic condition inside the back of there. And that brings us on then to another factory optional extra, and that is that this one has got the LED load lights. So upgraded lights in the back makes a big difference in lower light conditions. We'll go around to the side loading door in just a second, and I'll give you a closer look at the bulkhead just there. But lovely order in the back. And as I say, this one being the long wheelbase, you've got that extra, it's roughly 400 millimeters of space in the back. It's basically that section there. And that is all in the load space, so it really does help if you're going to be carrying, say, sheet material. You can get that in straight down the side of the van. Looking here then down the passenger side of the vehicle, this is where we like to again have a look at these sort of more dynamic angles, having a look in the reflections again. And it must be said, that's looking really nice and straight there down the side of the van. Looking at the door handles look to be very good. No concern there looking down the side of the van at all. The smallest little pin dent just up there, actually. Just saw that there. Just see that above my finger. That is absolutely tiny. But anything I can see, I gladly like to point out to you. If we open up the side loading door, then we can give you an aspect of this part of the load space. A really nice big entrance here into the side. Of course, easy to grab items from there, but of course this allows me to show you the bulkhead, so really nice condition of the bulkhead. And you've also, of course, got the load through hatch as well to load those longer items underneath. If we open up the passenger door, then we can start to have a look inside here. So have a look at the passenger door card. Now there are some marks to the plastic here on the passenger door card, of course not affecting anything, it's all completely solid, but as I say, worth noting there, some cosmetic marks to the door card. Looking at the steps in good order, having a look at the floor here, if I move the paper mat out the way, you can see this one has actually got a nice set of proper Transit Custom overmats in, which I always really like to see, because that just tells us a bit about the previous owner. If they've gone to the extent of doing that, they've clearly taken some care and looked after the van. Looking inside here then, dashboard's all looking very good. Again, a couple of tiny marks just down here to the plastics low down. Up on top then, again looking pretty good, and plenty of storage up on top of there. And that brings us on to the service history. A fantastic selling point for this van, it must be said. So this van has actually been serviced 3 times in Ford main dealers, and that is actually probably more than what the van would have actually been due. So these are 2 years or every 25,000 miles. But this previous owner, that was obviously the PDI when it was on 9 miles. But the previous owners had it done in 2021 at 13,000 miles. Second service then at 21,000 miles in 22, and then more recently then in February 24 at 43,000 miles. So really nice to see how this has been looked after, and the full proper Ford record there to go with the van. Of course, during our preparation, we don't just see that and then go, oh, there we go, it's out for sale. It's still gone right through our workshop, so we've given the van a multi-point health check as well, just to go through absolutely everything on the van and make sure it's mechanically sound. Folding down the centre work tray here, a couple of cup holders and somewhere to store some paperwork there. Lovely condition of the passenger seats. If we flip these forwards as well, you can see this gives you some more storage under here. And one thing I always mention, this just goes to show the level of detail that our guys go to when it comes to cleaning these vans, that even under the seats is as clean as everywhere else in the cab here. So we really do go that extra mile when it comes to preparing them, as many of you will know if you've watched our videos or have dealt with us in the past. While we're here, this actually brings us on to another factory optional extra. This has got almost every extra that you can put on a Transit Custom actually. So you can just see there in the glass, you can see the logo there. So this van has actually got blind spot indicators. So there's a little light. So you've got the 2 vehicles there, and this little part here just above my finger, that actually illuminates in orange if it picks up a van in your blind spot, or a car or van in your blind spot there. That actually illuminates to let you know, because that can be a criticism sometimes of a van without side windows. You can, if you're not used to driving vans particularly, you can often be caught out with the vehicle in your blind spot, but that's on both mirrors, and that's a really nice feature there from factory. Alloy wheels then. So we've got the gloss black 18-inch TXM alloy wheels. These are of course fully load rated, brand new, with brand new tyres all round, and they, I think, just set the van off very, very nicely. Very much a Ford style wheel, and I think they just look absolutely fantastic on the van. And then the front end, this is the sort of the crowning glory of this styling pack. So we've got, of course, the Ford Trail front grille, but then also this fantastic lower splitter here down beneath, which of course is color coded in the chrome blue, but then also these lovely gloss black elements as well. So you've got these gloss black fins here, the gloss black lower splitter and the gloss black insert there. I think it just sets the van off so well. It's absolutely stunning looking thing, I think, in that color. Front parking sensors, as I mentioned, and let's have a look at the condition here at the front. So we've got usual stone chips to the bonnet, as you'd expect on any used van, especially when sort of this miles. You almost unavoidable. Of course, we've just neatly touched those in where we can in the correct color, of course, just to improve it slightly. But of course, as I mentioned, anything I can see I'll gladly point out to you. Usual front bumper, again, just little stone chips here or there on both sides as well. Nothing untoward, nothing we wouldn't expect to see on this age and mileage. Lovely LED daytime running light, of course, on the Transit Custom, and I think all in all it's a very nice looking front end of the van. Moving then down the driver's side of the vehicle then, again just having a look down here, you can see how lovely and straight and clean this is. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can really point out to you to fault, but generally speaking it's pretty good, it must be said. If we open up the driver's door then, you can have a look inside here, so you can look at the condition of the step here. Again, Move the mat out of the way, the proper Ford overmat in there. Looking at the driver's seat, tiny bit of wear here to the edge of the driver's seat, but it hasn't holed through or anything like that, and still all in absolutely good condition. No rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that. It doesn't smell like a smoker's or pet vehicle. It's all very nice in there. You've got height adjustability of the whole seat, height adjustability of the front of the seat, or what they call thigh adjustment just there. And then looking at the condition in here as well, then, so having a look at the driver's door card, very similar sort of story really. A couple of little superficial marks here just to the, in the pockets and things of the door card. And then up on top then, we've got the electric windows, electric folding mirrors, and that's how those operate there, just by pulling that back down towards you like so. Auto activated lights, you also get auto activated wipers. 2 full flip remote keys come with the vehicle. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel, and you can have a look there. There's no excessive wear there to the steering wheel. That's looking pretty good there. On the right hand side then, you've got your onboard computer controls. Speaking of which, you can see the mileage in the top left hand side of that screen, which is an upgraded screen, which actually brings us on to another factory optional extra in a second. 44,625 miles. What that tells us is that this van has got satellite navigation, which we'll show you in just a second. Also then, this one has got, you'll see these marks here on the left hand side. This one has got adaptive cruise control, which is very nice. So it comes with cruise control as standard on limited, but it doesn't come with adaptive, so that's very nice. And then if we look over to the left as well, it's also got the lane keeping assist as well. So as I say, this has basically got other than the bi-xenon headlights, I think it's got about every factory optional extra you can have. It's also then got another factory extra, and that is the 3-pin socket down there below the handbrake, perfect for maybe charging power tools or phone or something along those lines if you want to. Into the centre then, that 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with that 170 PS engine. The flip down cup holder there. Into the centre then, heated seats, heated windscreen, heated wing mirrors, air conditioning, all of that comes as standard. And then you've got USB point and a 12-volt socket as well. Screen in the centre, the Sync 3 screen, massive selling point for these, gives you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. And as I say, this one has got the satellite navigation as well, which, as I say, is a factory optional extra. Put the vehicle into reverse, that is where your reversing camera is displayed. So, just to summarise this particular van, 2020, so it's actually registered March 2020 on a 20-plate Ford Transit Custom. It's the 300 model, so 3-ton gross vehicle weight. This one's got the 2-litre Eco Blue Euro 6 diesel engine producing 170 PS, roughly 170 brake horsepower. It's the long wheelbase limited in chrome blue. Full styling kit, as we've mentioned. Lovely set of factory optional extras, lovely condition as well, and also that brilliant Ford service history. The vehicle will come with 12 months AA warranty as standard with ourselves here at Bridgend Van Centre, and you've also got the option to upgrade that to 2 or 3 years as well if you would like to do so. If you haven't seen it already, I'd urge you to head over to our website bridgendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the full advert of this video, of this vehicle shall I say, which includes the price, the description and the photography. There's a number of ways you can get in contact, but I'd always urge you to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom left hand side of the sign. It's just often the quickest way of getting in contact and registering your interest and not missing out on an absolutely lovely van, which is actually quite rare to find really in this spec and condition and history and everything else that goes with it. We can take cars or vans in part exchange. We can deliver our vehicles nationwide. That is charged at £1 plus VAT per mile in one direction. And we can, of course, also arrange finance at very competitive rates as well. Thank you very much for watching.